Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Ryu here. Just thought I'd take some time to see how everybody's Christmas was doing and see how everybody was doing out there in the world nowadays. I'm actually doing pretty good. Nothing really much is really going on here in my neck of the woods for right now. Just same old for right now. I actually did have a really good Christmas. Thank you for everybody who actually sent me a lot of games on Steam. Some of them I've actually played before in the past, but never finished. Like my friend 40 Warrior actually sent me Final Fantasy 9, which I never finished. When I played it on the PlayStation 1 version, I did actually get pretty far, but I think I either like rushed the storyline too much, or I did something wrong because I got to the final boss. I got to the boss. I got like to the boss before the final boss. Like Trance Kuja, I think it was, and he was whooping my tail half to death. I was like, dang, what the world? I thought I leveled up high enough. I was whooping monsters' butts all the way here. I was one almost like two-shotting enemies and stuff like that and everything. I wasn't that powered up, but I was like whooping tail and everything else when I played the PS1. And now this happened. I'm like, grr. But hopefully we'll try it again and see what happens. I know that's again is going to be another exceptional roller coaster ride of joy. But we'll see what happens with that game. With that game again with Final Fantasy 9. I did it right before during the fall sale. He also sent me Tales of Zenithia, which I have been putting hours in ever after I finished playing through Mega Dimension Neptunia V2. I've been playing um Tales of Zenithia, and that game has been excitingly very fun to play through. Now I've actually finished through the I actually finished at the main storyline, and now I'm playing through the DLC side quests through Alicia's storyline now, which I have to say Alicia's storyline so far has actually been pretty exciting. I just started it, and I haven't actually really like played straight through it any though, but I'll see how that goes. And but so far, like I said, but so far and everything, that game's been excitingly interesting. As I don't know what to play through, but we'll see what happens with that. Other than that, I did actually get my hands on Shantae, One Half Hero, which is a really good game to play through, and I'm still learning about all the transformations, because I mean, to me, it just kind of feels like every transformation from the first game that was on Game Boy Color to um Shantae, um Risky's Revenge, all the transformations are in this one game, along with new transformations, along with like with new dances and transformations and stuff, which is actually pretty interesting and pretty cool to look. That's pretty interesting, pretty cool. But I mean, some of them I was like, wow, spider form, that's back in this game. It's like, wow, bat form, didn't know about this, but nah. But like I said, I got a lot of games. I got Super Cyborg. It's also that's a Contra game, but unfortunately, I'm still stuck on stage three. The boss of stage three has multiple forms, and it's really annoying to beat up to win against, because it's like every time you beat one form, it transforms, starts bouncing around. Then you beat that form, then it actually stops, and then it drops. It starts firing these infinite balls out that kind of like wave up and down and up and down. And that's the part I'm stuck on for right now, because I haven't figured out a pattern to jump or duck or jump or duck or jump or duck. So hopefully sooner or later I figured out that pattern, but we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, I mean, I did get a game from D when I got home last night, and I haven't actually installed that yet. But for what it looks like, it does look like it's a grid system RPG game. And it's like I said before, once again, it's another game I never heard of before, but I'm sure that game is going to be exciting to play through. So thank you very much for that, D. Um, and Big sent me a game, and I know I've been did a video of that, which is basically like a really short storyline RPG maker game, which probably possibly before I fight the boss, because I know now I'm in the second chapter, and I know now I may have to run around town a little bit before I head to the boss area again, or the monster area again, and see if I can find any health upgrades or something before I go fight that boss up again, or either like figure out a strategy for it if I can't find anything. But once again, we'll just see how that goes for right now. Um, but like I said, other than that, like I said, I got like a buttload of games to play through. Some of them I've been playing through now, and some of them I have to start. So yeah, it's been a really interesting roller coaster ride for me so far, but I'm not gonna complain about that really though. But it's been fun. Other than that, like I said, I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Um, like I said, hope everybody got everything they wanted or they ever dreamed of for right now. For me, like I said, I got everything I needed so far, so I can't really complain about that. The other thing I did do was I did actually watch a couple of movies. One of them I saw a couple of weeks ago, which was Rogue One, which I have to say was pretty good, but the ending kind of made me go a little bit. And but like I said, I mean, but for Star Wars movie, it's still pretty good. I know for a lot of people who don't know that now, they are starting to make a young Han Solo movie, which we kind of find out why, when he became a smuggler and a bounty, when he became a smuggler and everything, and why he was hunted by Jabba the Hutt and probably everything else of this. So they are making a young Han Solo movie, so we'll see how that goes and see if that's pretty good or not. But I mean, I enjoyed Rogue One, so since like Rogue One did tie into the fourth episode 4, but at the same time it kind of made me feel like they could have did something, or they could have ran somewhere, or they could have did something else. But like I said, but I enjoyed it. I talked to my brother about it. He basically said he didn't like it whatsoever. But like I said before, but everybody has their own opinion about movies, so I'm not gonna really complain about that. The other movie I did watch, I know people could be like, why in the world did you watch this movie for? It was my older brother actually got up and he actually red boxed it, and then he gave it to my dad, and my dad was like, well, and then he was like, well, if you haven't seen this movie, y'all should watch it, and then send it back in the red box and everything else of that there. So the other movie that I actually watched, and I watched it last night with my father, was Suicide Squad. And a lot of people are gonna get up and be like, "No, why did you watch this movie? This movie is terrible. It's wrong. It's bleh." And the funny thing about it though, because I seen I think it's either Young Justice or the Justice League or something like that. Like I knew who Amanda Waller was when like she popped up out of the helicopter, or popped up either out of the helicopter, out of the car, where she walked into the where all the generals were eating steak and everything. I knew who she was, and I mean, besides like Harley Quinn, I didn't really know who nobody else was. Well, I knew who Killer Croc was. I didn't really know who Deadshot was. I think he may have been in the animated series. I'm not sure. I don't know. Um, but like I said, for a lot of the people in that series, I never even knew like who they were or anything. And I'm just like, who are you? Who's this boss? Who's the enchantress? Who, what, how, what? What's going on? I'm confused. I don't know who this is. And that's basically just how it was. For one thing I know is that it did actually have some old school songs that I haven't heard in a long period of time. But at the same time, I guess maybe they put those in to horrible movies, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I did see Suicide Squad, and I really have nothing to say about that one. I know I watched it. I know it was a 2-hour movie, and I was like, mm, and I was like, "Ew." but but yeah, I saw it. I have nothing to say about that, so I'm not gonna complain about that one here though. Um, mm-mm. um, I do know some other movies coming out in the future for in movie theaters, but some of them have already been advertised online probably, so I'm sure a lot of people know about them. Like they're gonna come on with the new Smurfs, new Lego Batman, new Michael Bay Transformers movie, another one of Michael Bay Transformers, which is, but like I said, like the first Michael Bay Transformers, I watched that. I never saw the second one. I never saw the third one. I probably don't want to watch the fourth one. I probably don't want to watch this one either. But we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, but we'll see what happens. But but knowing me, that probably show up on HBO or something. But I don't know. In the future, who knows? Depends on how horrible that movie is. But other than that, like I said before, everything for me has been just same old for right now. I've been trying to put in applications for work, haven't heard back from anybody. Still hoping after New Year's or something that I either go back to work again, or I'll be doing something new. Because like I said, because most time I get a lot of phone calls from Indian people trying to get me to work another help desk or call center job again. And since they went to the 24/7 shift period, is something I kind of went because the one thing about it was because I mean enough because one rule you have to agree to in order to work there because I remember one time when I actually went there because they actually asked you, do you want, in order to work here you have to agree to a 24/7 shift. Do you agree to this, yes or no? And I was like, no. And they basically were like, well, if you say no to this, then there's no way in the world you could take our assessment test to see if you are eligible to work for our office, to see if you were either working or not. And I mean, I know some people are gonna get up and say, well, yeah, it's a job, it pays money. Why are you walking away for such an opportunity like this? And I sat there like, yeah, there are other opportunities that'll pop up, and I have worked at them many, many times. Yes, a lot of them have been contract jobs, but I mean, at least they have been better and have been more enjoyable than me working at a help desk. Since, for one thing about me is though, because they kind of think, well, if you probably work at a help desk, you probably like to talk on the phone that much. Most time, if you basically know me, I don't even like talking on the phone that much anyway. I'm not really a whole phone negotiator talking person. Not really that much. I usually just I'm not. I usually listen to conversations and just, if I feel like, if I know, I mean, like if I know you and I feel like I just want to like throw something in there, I'll just throw something in there real quick, even if it sounds weird or strange, and then just walk out, and then it's like back up, and then let the conversation keep going after that. And if somebody has to ask me something, just go ahead and be like, hey, yeah, yes, no, whatever, blah 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 blah. But yeah, and like I said before, ever since they went to the whole 24/7 shift, that's not been good either. Since so basically, if you don't know how a 24/7 shift works, you basically work 7 days a week, and they basically pick your shift. So basically, you have no say possibly in what shift you want. They basically just fit you in at any time they have an opening. So to me, it kind of feels like if 5 people walked off the shift, you'll have to work, like 5 people. They have to pick 5 random people and go, all right, well, not only do you have to work this shift, you also have to come in and work this extra shift for so many hours, talking on the phone with people, trying to answer their questions and everything else like that. Which I kind of sat there, I'm like, because like I said, like everything about help desk and call center is like working, is trying. I mean, it kind of feels like I'm working for the devil, since a lot of times, for what I know and the way it feels like it in there, I mean, a lot of times you're not really treated like a person. You're treated like a number. A lot of times when you ask people questions and stuff, they kind of get up and go, "Oh yeah, well, you had the training, you were trained, you were taught all this stuff during training. You should already know everything about this." And see, a lot of times here though, unless cause see, most time I'm a hands-on person. I like to do stuff hands-on. Now, see, if you just give me the information and you walk off without telling me anything, how am I supposed to learn it? I'm not. I mean, I'm not going to figure. Unless it's something simple. Like I did that before when I worked during when I worked doing my migration projects. But at least those were. But at least those were simple because I at least knew what I was doing. But during a help desk, it could be anything. People can be calling up for one thing. Your mind can be on something else. It could be. It could be anything to be calling about nowadays. And I'm just kind of like about that shift or anything else about it. So, but like I said before, but this is just my philosophy and the way I feel. But I am hoping either next year, because one thing they were talking about here though was that they were saying that they were trying to hire me on full time at the contract job I'm working at now. But they call me in off and on, and other than that, I've been waiting around and I haven't heard anything from anybody. So I'm hoping, hopefully by next year they'll change their mind or there'll be some more opportunities showing up, since things in my area have been kind of for right now. But but like I said before, but we'll see what happens. But other than that, I'll let everybody know if something changes and if anything else happens. So about anything in the future for right now, usually, as a lot of people know, if you're new to my channel or you're used to being on my channel, A lot of the times, besides still streaming on Fridays, I will not possibly be posting any videos besides anything like any random like random one play videos or anything else of this. If I decide to download something, or if I get any, or if I decide to get another game, or somebody send me something else. Besides that, usually in January I usually don't post anything. Usually around that time, usually around there. Usually what happened was, I know I keep saying usually so much. Sorry about that, but what happens is I usually would get a phone call from a client or some kind of customer base who wants to hire me for a contract job or something. So, so for right now, I like to keep January at least free for right now, so I don't have to worry about anything. All the videos that I have for next year should already be ready to go until August. So I already got videos of February, March, April, May, June, and July. So we're all ready to go there. So everything should be ready to go. Just gotta wait for the day to come and just put them up, and that's all I have to do. So, but other than that, I hope everybody enjoys. But other than that, I hope everybody else enjoys the videos I post up. Hope everybody had a good Christmas, and other than that, hope everybody has a good New Year's as well. I hope we're still here too, since I'm sure there's probably somebody still talking about the world's gonna blow up again. In 20, since they did that in 2000, because during the 2000, during the Y2K scare, everybody got up and said, yeah, people kept saying, yeah, the world gonna blow up, the world gonna blow up, the world gonna blow up, we gonna all die. Sure, there's gonna be somebody once again saying that again. Yeah, in 2017, January 1st, the world gonna blow up again, and we all gonna be like, ah, crap, world blew up, crap, dang it. I'm gonna be like, dang it, world blew up, man. But like I said before, but for right now, I'm just gonna, just take it one day at a time. Just gonna keep doing what I usually do, and just, keep my head held high and keep putting videos in, and keep putting videos in. Keep posting videos on YouTube, and keep putting job applications in, and keep doing my best, and just see what happens. And like I said before, if anything else changes, I'll let everybody know. Other than that, then, like I said, so once again, hope everybody has a good day. Hope everybody has a good Christmas, and hope everybody had a good New Year's. This is Ryu here. Later.